Hey folks, and welcome to part 4 of the Steven Universe Attack Light playthrough. And in this part, we are pretty much changing up locations, but before we do that, we have to fight this stage's boss. And this stage's boss is a little bit of it, a little bit interesting. You'll see what I mean about interesting in just a moment here. But anyway, folks, how are you doing today? I'm doing just fine, just trying to catch up with this playthrough with all my other ones. But yeah, it's this thing again. And the thing with this one is not only that we have to fight Garnet, but we have to fight multiple copies of the gems as well. So, and speaking of, they are showing up right now. But anyway, folks, this fight is really not that hard. Just don't focus on the gems itself. Focus on the plant monster that's producing them. Because the sooner you take this thing out, the sooner it'll be that those copies will disappear when you defeat the main, guy that's producing the copies. So long as you take out the main one, you'll be okay. Just stay away from the just try to avoid attacks or block attacks from the other gems here. Don't attack them at all. Just focus on the main guy. Once you do that, the rest of the fight's going to be pretty much simple. So, yeah, anyway, how are you folks doing today? I'm doing just fine. Just dealing with this crap that's going on the best that, possibly can. But anyway, folks, yeah, as soon as we beat this boss here, we're going into a new level, which is, it's okay. I'll explain more of what that level is when we eventually beat this guy. It's not going to take long here. Just keep a watch out on your health. Use whatever necessary items you can to heal up the team, like I just did there, and you'll be okay. Like I said before, this guy isn't that tough. He's only like I believe he's the third boss within this game. And yeah, as long as you do that, he's not gonna be that hard. He's basically like the, matter of fact, let me look up some information on seeing, what number of, this is the second, boss. I'm sorry, he's the second boss within the game. Because he summons up pretty much just like variations of different gems and stuff, what we're just witnessing now. So as long as we take care of this guy, as I mentioned before, then the rest of the fight's gonna be pretty much simple. But yeah, the next boss that we're gonna be going to is gonna be pretty much simple. So we'll get to it when we eventually get to it here. And see, with that, the boss is pretty much defeated with that simple there. Just take care of pretty much just take care of the main guy, and then that's it. That's all you have to do, folks. But I'm trying to find out some information about the next stage we're going to be going to, because I know the name of the stage, which is pretty much called the Desert. And the desert was in the show, according to the information I have pulled up right now. The desert was in, according to this information anyway, if this information is correct, which it ought to be, the desert is located, the desert is a location that was first shown in Steven's Lion, when Steven actually meets Lion. The gems had to travel to the desert on a mission to recover the desert glass, where Steven met and befriended Lion, and also makes a brief appearance in Marble Madness. So yeah, the desert, as any other desert, is devoid of plant and animal life, with, is pretty much given a definition of what a desert is, which you ought to know what it is. So, pretty much, let's see here if there's any more, information. Yeah, it's this location that we're in now is the third world within the game. And this game has the enemy variations are orange snakes, turtles, and dragonfly-like monsters. And it has 4 regular levels, and the boss is the orange light. So, yeah, that's all pretty much you need to know about this world that we're in now. It's completely different from the strawberry, no shit. So we're here now. Anyway, the most annoying thing about fighting these enemies within the desert is that they can give off a burn status, which pretty much lasts throughout the whole, you know, the whole battle. So if you don't have a way to, if you don't have anything to heal yourself with, you're gonna have pretty much a bad time within this desert. So, make sure you got healing items if you can. You might have to go back and replay some worlds for those, but as long as you can get them, then I think you'll be okay within this level. Um, that's the most annoying thing about this. Like each enemy, besides certain ones I'll show you, but if you don't block this in time, like the way that the turtle attack, not the turtle, I'm sorry, the way that the snake attacks you, if you don't block in time, you will get hit with burn. So just be careful of that. Out of all the worlds, folks, let me be honest, this world was the most annoying out of all the worlds within the game, just because of the burn status and the amount of enemies that I had to face when it comes to, facing an enemy within the RPG. I never really like enemies that inflict burn anyway, so that's always it's more annoying than anything else. And this whole world is just one compact maze, but you know what? It is what it is eventually, so you just gotta deal with it, strut your teeth, and just get through the level. Like I said before, folks, this game is not a bad game for what it is. That's something that's available on the mobile device. This is pretty impressive, folks. The gameplay is really good, so, just keep exploring, and I'm, just to cut myself off and go on a tangent, there is a third game, folks. I think I briefly may have talked about this before, but it's been a while since I actually recorded anything for this game, so I want to apologize for that. But anyway, yeah, they keep showing a commercial about the third game within the series, which is called Unleash the Light, and as soon as that's available on Android, because it's not right now, I will be able to record footage for you folks, but I have to record the second game of footage, of course. So expect to see, I will be doing the second game on here, folks. Don't worry about that. I just have to get to it when I eventually get to it. But yeah, taking care of these enemies right here, the dragonfly and the snakes, Amethyst is really gonna shine here. If not Amethyst, then Garnet for dealing out max damage. Folks, I don't really use Pearl that much. My go-to character is really Garnet. The only reason I use Pearl is if, there's one star point left and I just want to get some of that additional damage out. But yeah, these dragonflies, they can lower defense and inflict burn status on you. All they have to do is freaking their attacks that they do, and it's freaking annoying because I don't think there's a efficient way to stop them from doing that unless you defeat them first. So that's their form of attack, and it's very annoying. So and I forgot to mention they can freaking heal each other. So that's going to be annoying too. If you don't like enemies that can heal each other, then, this is going to slightly piss you off. Especially if you're playing in Diamond mode. Diamond mode, I don't want to get into the thing of Diamond mode. Pretty much Diamond mode is a harder difficulty level for that. And I'm just about to go into the aspects of Diamond mode here in just a second. Just let me pull it up. Okay, so Diamond mode pretty much is an optional difficulty mode presented at the beginning of the game. It is recommended for advanced players only. In other words, if you know what you're doing and you're good at knowing what you're doing, then this mode is for you. This mode makes the game more difficult, increasing enemy health, increasing the chance of large monsters appearing, and disabling the star prompt for blocking and counterattack. so you could tangle with that on and off. So, you know, if you want to give yourself an additional reason to slap yourself in the face, then play this mode and this mode only, and you probably won't be having a good time within this game. But anyway, this game, I don't know if I mentioned it before, but they do have achievements in this game. So if you're all about doing achievements, then, you know, this game has a pretty much, from what I'm looking at, it has a nice size of achievements here. I'm gonna exactly see how many achievements it got here. Just a second. Let me see here. 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, it has a lot. Got about 14 to 15 achievements here that you can pretty much you know, unlock if you're into that. I don't know if people are into achievements within games. Me, unless it's a game that I really enjoy, and I think I actually talked about this before, if it's a game that I really enjoy, I try to go for all the achievements, but if I just want to have a casual playthrough, then I don't care for the achievements or trophies. Like I said before, if it's a game that I really enjoy, then I'm gonna try to go all out for it. But if it's just a game that I just want to casually just play through, then, you know, the achievements don't really bother me. So it's just all about what you want to do when it comes to playing a game that you know, want to play. But anyway, as I stated before, folks, the shaking of the screen is me checking for secret areas if they're available within this area. And we do have a key here, so we'll be able to use it pretty soon. I believe it was a area where we can use this at. This area right here is pretty big within itself, folks. Just make sure you search this area thoroughly. If you don't, you're going to miss out on some secrets like I just did. It's not necessary to do, but, you know, if you want to, just check everything, you know, that you can possibly check within the game. And as you can see, we're pretty much moving fairly quickly, just trying to move throughout this desert. Have you folks ever, I don't know if because we don't have it here, have you folks ever been to a desert? We don't. I live in a part of the state where we don't have that. It's all tropical. But, you know, if you ever been to a desert, how was it? Or even like driving through it, how was it? Is it as bare as it could possibly be? But you know, I figure it would be. I only got the depiction of deserts through movies and stuff, so I haven't actually been through it. I don't want to be through one. You know, like walking through a desert and whatnot. Yeah, no, I don't want to die so fast. But, anyway, we just had the prompt of, man, just this guy right here. This guy is, man, when you get to the, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I'm gonna mention it now. When you get to the gauntlet, because this game do have gauntlets, when you get to the gauntlet of this stage, this guy's going to give you a problem. And I am going to be showing off the gauntlets within the stage. I'll be doing kind of a cleanup towards the end of the playthrough. So if you guys want to see what this gauntlet entails, then I don't know if I'm going to be showing off the gauntlets. I don't remember, but, you know, I'm just talking about him now. This guy's going to be a problem. Basically, his attacks is easy to dodge, but it still cause a bit of damage. And you want to make sure you get rid of his defense first, which is the shell on his back. Once you do that, then he'll be easy pickings. But if you don't do that, you're going to have a tough time with this guy. So, because his defense is up so high. So, oh man. And this next enemy that we have is the chameleon-looking enemy, which pretty much steals your item and camouflages itself with your item. So you want to make sure, if given the chance, that you attack that guy first, because you can attack him, but it's gonna be hard to do so because you can't see him. So, you know, make sure that you can attack the enemies that you can see. As you can see with Amethyst Whip, you're able to pretty much attack the guy. But yeah, that guy wants to be the first enemy that you get rid of if you can. Of course, there's going to be other enemies that's going to be standing in your way from doing so, but yeah, if you can make it your top priority, try to get rid of that chameleon first, because, I mean, he's not that really much of a threat. He's just more annoying than anything, because especially since items are kind of hard to come by, you know, you don't want this thing to pretty much make use of those. And when you defeat it, you're going to get your items back, so you know, no pretty much rush with that. But, you know, first time playing this, you might think that, you know, this enemy's gonna take off with your stuff. I've been through plenty of RPG games where they do that. I think it's like a thief or something that, you know, you spend all your time collecting money, or not only, you know, you're collecting money or, you know, items and stuff just to have a random enemy take it. And especially if they run off with it, that's just the crappiest feeling. There's only a handful of games that I played which that actually happens, and Ape Escape 2 is one of them. Yeah, I know Ape Escape 2 isn't even an RPG, and they have an enemy there that it's kind of a sheep in robber's clothes, and it's in the casino stage. It's one of the stages that I can pick up what this thing is. And it's hidden in the slot machine, you know, so if you become greedy and you hit all the slot machines, that thing can pop out and ram into you and take your coins that you earn and run off with it. If you can snap it, or you can catch it before it takes off, you can get your money back and more. So, you know, that's just one of the enemies that I pretty much hate to encounter in any game, folks. But yeah, we have the necessary there was just like I stated before, I'm not gonna be able to show off. If it's enemies that I've encountered before, I'm not gonna be showing that off, because what's the point? That's just how I handle things over here, folks. It makes the playthrough that much shorter. You know, I know you folks don't want to see multiple enemies of the same thing. I know I wouldn't want to see multiple enemies of the same thing on screen at one time, but yeah, now we have the key and we can proceed within this level. We just had to find it first. But you know, I'm just gonna be doing as much as backtracking as I can, because it can be something that I missed. So I just have to find out and see what I missed here, folks. But yeah, that enemy right there, that turtle enemy, I'm not gonna even show you any more of that than what I need to. But yeah, if you explore as much as you can, you'll be able to find the necessary items you can in order to progress. And if you're ever stuck on anything, there are videos out there that's gonna show you what you need to do in order to progress. So, you know, if you ever find yourself stuck, don't worry about it. There are plenty of guides on this to help you out here. But I never really found myself relying on them as, you know, the next person may need to, but I myself never found myself relying on them, because this isn't my first time playing the game. I've played this before, and I believe I mentioned this. I played it before, and I've also kind of enjoyed it when I played it the first time. So anyway, what I'm doing now, and what you folks may have already noticed that I'm doing, is that I'm collecting the orange gemstones, and we need those in order to open up a door that's going to give us more treasure inside of it. I'm just making sure that I'm backtracking to make sure that I didn't miss anything that may have hindered me from doing so. That's why I'm going back through the stage again to make sure I didn't miss any treasure chests like this one right here that may have had something important inside of it. So backtracking is key to playing this game. It's not that much of it to do, but it's you know, if you're not into the person that's interested into backtracking, then you know, this game may not be for you. But it's not that much backtracking to do where it's just gonna hinder the experience all the way through. And with all the gemstones here collected, and you gotta make sure you check the secret areas for them, then we can get into that room to collect the treasures that we can get from, you know, collecting all these gemstones here. It's just gonna be a couple of treasure chests to the side with some items that may or may not be useful. It's up to you, but we do get a badge for it, and we do get another red gemstone. But folks, that's gonna do it for this part. Yeah, so we're gonna moving on. So until then, folks, you folks have a great day. Take care and be safe out there.